comes Betsy DeVos. Yeah, actually Betsy DeVos has been up to some real BS recently. We'll get to that a little bit later on in the video, but first, you already know what's coming. Make sure that you check out my Patreon at patreon.com/AdrianExpression. Podcast episodes, all sorts of goodies up there for you. Make sure you stream stuff. You already know what it is. You already know what's going on. Let's get right into the video. We cannot waste any time. There's so many topics to cover. First, we got to talk about Ariana's Positions. I think it's a cute song. I think it's just cute, really fun. I have to remember though that I feel like this might be the pattern that Ariana Grande takes for her lead singles. A lot of times I'm just like, okay, yeah, woo, it's cute, I'm not gonna lie, it's cute, but the album be where the heat really be at. But yeah, I like the direction of the video. I like the concept of the video. For me, I wanted a little bit more than cute, just for me personally, because when I think about songs entitled Positions, I thought it was gonna be a little bit raunchier. She probably just does not want to give us that, which is understandable as an artist, but like I personally thought that it was gonna be a little bit more raunchy. I wanted her to give me a little bit more in the video. She looked amazing and the concept was cool, but I was just like, I don't know, this song is about positions. I wanted at least one moment where maybe she gave us like an Olivia Pope moment, you know, smashing some guy on the Oval Office, desk or something. I just want a little bit more, a little bit more, but it was cute. It was cute. Like, I want to see where she's gonna take us. Speaking of somebody taking us places, Daenerys Targaryen, the mother of dragons. Okay, she's making sure that we hop on Drogon. She's taking us to new heights. She's taking us to new horizons, if you will. And I say she is taking us because it's present tense, meaning Daenerys, in my mind, is not dead. Let's just get that straight. She is the one true queen of Westeros. Let me stop bullshitting. It is Emilia Clarke's birthday. I think it's her 34th birthday. I'm going to continue to stand. She just seems to have a really cool spirit, a really nice soul. I don't know. I like seeing her smile and shit. I also like seeing her crucify the masters. You know, I like seeing her take the girls over at Marine. I really do. I love all of those things. Something else I like to see her do is jump out of a goddamn plane. So yeah, this was on her Instagram. She went skydiving, I guess. That's one of the things that's actually on my bucket list. It's one thing I need to do it before my ass passes away. You know what I mean? Ashes to ashes, dust to dust type of tease. That's one thing I really want. I would have to force myself to do it because I feel like if I'm looking outside, you know what I mean? I'm looking down, I'm sitting in a plane, standing in a plane, looking down. I'm just like, bitch, I'm not jumping out this hole. Somebody gonna have to push me out or something. Like, make sure the parachute, make sure I got one parachute, a main parachute and a backup parachute. Somebody gonna have to push me out. You guys, because I'm going to be hanging on for dear life, you know, but that's one of the things I really hope I can do before I enter a coffin. So it was cool to see her do it. Congratulations again to the mother of dragons. We already know that Dan and Dave are responsible for crimes against humanity. So like I said in my description, Tyler Perry was in the news for two reasons. The first reason was because he released this photo and y'all went crazy. Y'all went crazy. Now, it's no shade at all. It's very hard for me to separate Tyler Perry from Medea. Like, anytime he smiles or laughs or anything, like, I'm just like, that is Mabel Simmons. That is Mabel Simmons. Where the fuck is Cora? Like, that's Mabel, right? But the girls were going up on Twitter. They were just like, is this Tyler Perry? Let me, hey boo. I was like, it's just, for me, it's not giving. I understand the girls and the gays, they are very predictable. For me, it was not given, but the other reason why Tyler Perry was in the news, and the one that I paid more attention to with y'all horny asses, was the fact that he said that, you know what, y'all won. Y'all won. I'm gonna take a step back. I'm gonna actually allow other creators and writers to enter in the process of helping me make these films and shows and shit. And he, of course, he had to throw in a little bit of shade. He was just like, you know what, I make content for my audience, and if basically it was working for them, I don't know why y'all are pressed, but he still ended up stepping back. This is what the president of production and development over at Tyler Perry Studios. Her name is Michelle Sneed. This is what she said. She said, "We're super excited about the young up and coming filmmakers and new writers that we're working with. Tyler has solidified his place in the industry. His brand is amazing and will continue to grow that. Then on the other side, we're working on promoting, providing a platform and advocating for this new talent, both in front of and behind the camera." So let me tell you something. That is one of the best pieces of fucking news that we have received all goddamn year. Okay, if we're going to see Tyler Perry's range and reach is obviously global, right? So if we're gonna have to see these things on our screens and these things on our social media timelines, I really am so happy that other writers and other creators are being tapped for this shit, because I was getting tired. I was getting so tired. Like I was just leaning over on somebody be a shoulder for me to cry on and lean on. I was getting so tired. So not sure if you have been paying attention to the realm of politics, but Lesley Stahl from 60 Minutes, she went ahead and I guess they did an interview with Donald Trump and the girls. I mean, I think it's supposed to be released officially on Sunday, although Trump and the White House released their own version, I guess, because headlines had come out saying that Trump got angry and ended up leaving the scene of the interview, which is not surprising since Lesley, she's not afraid to drag, she's not afraid to ask the hard questions. So that was going on. It is what it is at this point. But the reason I brought it up is because of these pictures. The caption was like, "Oh yeah, girl, we're showing Lesley all the amazing, the huge amounts of work that our administration, that Trump has done with healthcare." And we take a closer look at this goddamn thick ass hocus pocus book of spells. And the reason why I call it that is because magic don't exist. And neither did words on that motherfucking page. There were no words on that page, Miss Mamas. There were no words on that page, and they really expected us to be like, "Oh my God, wow, so much work that you've done, girl." Trump has been at the golf course more than he been at the goddamn in the White House. And you think he really doing some work? Girl, his handlers are doing that motherfucking work. And he is sitting his ass up in front of the press, acting stupid and suppressing the vote. That's all he's doing. Sit your ass down. So yeah, the 60 Minutes interview kind of reminded, at least from what I saw, I'm not gonna sit down and watch the whole thing. That's kind of like what I'm about to bring up right now. The 60 Minutes interview really reminded me of the debates that happened last night. Now, Miss Mamas, like I said, I did not watch that shit. It literally will give me a stroke. It will cause my brain to severely malfunction to sit down there and listen to that man gaslighting and gaslighting and gaslighting and lying and lying and lying and lying and lying and lying and gaslighting and lying and gaslighting. I'm just like, wow, I'm going to have a heart attack. Okay, no Demi Lovato. So yeah, it really reminded me of the debate, just back and forth, a bunch of bullshit, political theater. I was just like, when I tell you I'm so ready, I am so ready for this election season to be over with completely. So I guess while all that shit was going on and debates were going on and things were going viral on social media because Trump asked, one of the things he said was, "I'm the least racist person in this room. I can't see everyone in the room because it's dark." Darkies. But I'm the least. I was like, wow. It's crazy. Like, even in trying to defend themselves, they don't even see how silly that sounds. Why don't you just say I'm not racist instead of like I'm the least racist person? So because all that was going on, I guess Trump was trashing Joe Biden's family. Aubrey ODay tweeted this out. She's like, "Since Trump has now lowered this debate to trashing family," she said, "Donald Jr. hates his father. She says that Ivanka is a lesbian on the low, and she also says that Eric has sex with Miss Universe on the Apprentice boardroom table while with his now wife." And she went on to tweet a little bit more about how I guess Barron is just as much of an asshole as his parents, and he liked to toss food around in the private jet. I don't know. It was a whole lot of shit that she tweeted, and she was just like, "Girl, I have receipts." I was like, okay, but it's not unexpected, and also I'm just like. I don't think that these are the slam dunks that a lot of people think they are. And the reason I say that is because I don't know what you would have to say about this person's family for his base to actually give a fuck. Like, I just don't think that they care. I don't think that they care. Y'all can tweet all this tea out and I got receipts and all this shit and like, oh yeah, girl, can you believe that I have some information about the horrible things that these people have done in their before they sat their ass down in the White House. I just don't think that, and their base will look at you like, okay, we know he's horrible. We know that's what we're counting on. We count on these people to have these types of personalities to suppress the rest of you bitches from having access to anything in society. I think that's their whole basis for supporting this man in the first place. So while it's fun and cute and oh my God, secrets, family secrets, drag the shit out of first family, like, I just don't think that's gonna do anything. But thank you, Miss Aubrey, girl. I mean, I don't know why you would have an affair, alleged affair with Donald Trump Jr. in the first place, but thanks for the tea. And before I move on from Trump, did you all see that a Dutch hacker got into his Twitter account apparently by guessing his password, which was apparently MAGA 2020 exclamation point. Now, if you gave me the keys to the kingdom like that, you're not gonna get your kingdom back, girl. Girl, let me just read this shit because I asked like what some of y'all would tweet out if you had the password to Donald Trump shit, and y'all really acted out. Anyway, so I forget the name of the Dutch newspaper that I got this shit from, but this is what it says. Last week, a Dutch security researcher succeeded in logging into the Twitter account of American President Donald Trump, an active tweeter with 87 million followers. He had an extremely weak password and his ass did not have two-step verification. The hacker apparently had access to Trump's personal messages, could post tweets in his name, and change his profile. The hacker eventually reached out to the US and was just like, hey girl, y'all got some security problems. This is not the first time that Dutch hackers succeeded in taking over Donald Trump's Twitter account. The first time was 4 years ago before the 2016 election. So just real quick before we move on to the next topic, I'm wondering like, if his Twitter account was that easy to get into and he's the president, what else are they getting into? What else are they getting into, child? I guess we'll find out. Here comes Betsy DeVos. Y'all want to see what the woodpecker said this time? Betsy DeVos says, it is not the Department of Education's job to track schools' coronavirus reopening plans. Now this is coming from the Hill. Listen to this shit. Education Secretary Betsy DeVos said on Tuesday that it is not the job of her department to track school districts' reopening plans or the number of coronavirus cases they are grappling with as districts look for guidance as to how to conduct classes safely during this pandemic. This is what she said. Well, I'm not sure. Hold on, how did she speak? Well, I'm not sure there's a role for the Department of Education to compile and conduct that research. The data is there for those who want it. So I just want to say that the best I've ever seen Betsy DeVos look is right here. And the reason I say that is because most of her face is fucking covered. Betsy, you are a disgrace to not only Americans across the goddamn, from the East Coast to the fucking West Coast, from the North to the goddamn South. You are a disgrace to the concept of a human being. You are literally a refurbished human being that is malfunctioning. I mean, human beings as a whole have had like 200 iOS updates since they started civilization. I'm wondering why you haven't even had one. Take your malfunctioning humanity and just move yourself out the way. Like Ludacris, get out the motherfucking way so that the rest of us can have some decent lives. Take that sharp ass nose that you have, Miss Peacock, Miss Seagull, and sit your ass back down in, I don't even know, a circle of branches, a nest, a birdhouse. Sit your ass down at the tops of trees where you belong. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but Mitch McConnell seems to be going through it with his health or something. I want to show you a picture of what I'm talking about. I want to show you a picture of Mitch McConnell right here. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Here we go. Honestly, I really want to call him Mitch McConnell. I want to call him Ser Jorah from Game of Thrones, because if this shit don't look like grayscale, I don't know what does, okay? You know, we were just talking about Daenerys. Daenerys told Sir Jorah to go ahead and find the cure. Not sure if that actually can happen with him, because he is over here. If he had the cure, he wouldn't be lying to the public. He wouldn't be lying to the press, talking about, oh girl, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. Everyone's like, girl, there's something clearly wrong. Your hand look like it's buried. And we already know that your ass already looks like you have taken a walk, a long walk, like Jill Scott, in somebody's goddamn cemetery, but your hand looks like it's already 6 feet under. Like, don't come to us telling us that, you know, you're okay. You're not, girl. Just like your politics and just like the shit that you do to fuck over the American people. I hope that whatever is working inside your body works inside your body. Thank you all so much for watching. Like I said, make sure you check out my Patreon at patreon.com/AtrianExpression. Woo, woo, woo. Also stream my album Sucker on all streaming platforms. I hope your weekend is relaxing and safe. And make sure that you have a good goddamn evening. I got